Good morning, my good people. How are we doing today? I am still coming to you from the frozen Arctic of what is known as Pittsburgh. It's cold as fuck. I saw a funny comment, by the way, just like because ADHD takes over real quick. I saw a funny comment, by the way, because I often talked about how like I would just absolutely love to live off grid and everything like that, and people are like, but you can't take 1 degree weather because I wouldn't be fucking stupid enough to try to live off grid where it gets fucking deathly cold. Like I'll live off grid like where it's warm. Like give me Florida all day long, nonstop. When it gets 40 down there, like lizards fall from the fucking trees. That's how we are not, we don't want it. We don't, you can keep it. If I visit here again, I'm literally just going to have like 35 layers of clothing that I will wear every single day. My wife is smart. Like we all know this because if you watch for a while, you know that like I actually just, she does all the like intellectual shit. I just add the swear words. But she has like 25 layers of clothing. And she was like, and I'll put this one on first, and I put this one on first, and I put this one. Anyway, today is an interesting topic because I was sent this video and I had no idea that this was going on. I have a theory about why feederism is in fact becoming a much more prevalent thing. And when society accepts all sorts of unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy abuses also enter into that, and that's what feederism is. We're going to look at one young lady's video, but more along the lines of looking at the video. We're in fact going to look at the comments section because the video is just horrible to me to begin with, but the comments section was startling, absolutely fucking startling. Uh, I don't even know. Like I'm so blown away by it. We'll talk about it here in a minute. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and is getting ready for a new year. We are going to also make sure that we do a large Q&A at the end of this. So if anybody has questions about No Morbidity, about Product 2, about Ember, and by the way, No Morbidity is actively for sale at not only Vitamin Shop, but AmbrosiaCollective.com. And if you want to go to the Ambrosia Collective, you can get a good deal on 3 months worth or 6 months worth or a singular bottle. You can use the code capital M, capital F, ING, capital C, capital O, and it gives you 5% off your total order, not just No Morbidity, but your total order, because we have a very good partnership with them. And we wanted to get people just 5% off just for going there when we tell them to go to. We do make a little bit of money off of it, but we make money off No Morbidity, so you're helping support us anyway. And we do appreciate you helping to support us. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is we are running our coaching special. I just put the link in there. It's a 3-month deal, 3 months basically for the price of two. And we have daily communication, weekly video conferences. We only have just so many slots available because this 2023 is going to be a big year. We've got No Morbidity. Other vendors besides Vitamin Shop are already talking about carrying it, so it's going to be a very busy year for Crystal and I. Plus, Crystal still does 9 classes to 10 classes a week live in her studio at our house, and you can join those if you even get the app. You can get a consultation to get the app, or you can just buy one of our books, either Fuck Being Fat, Solve Your Weight Problems, Off Math Willpower, or Beyond Willpower, the Hunger Management Method. We'll probably be doing a 2-book deal at some point in time here in the next couple of days. 62 watching and only 8 likes. Well, we get a lot of people that watch just to be mean, just because they hate bald people. It's bald phobic. Um, it really it's painful and damaging to my psyche. Just kidding. I don't give a fuck. Buy a bald acceptance T-shirt down below. I appreciate it. Um, bald power, people. Bald power. Um, uh, But the coaching is daily communication, weekly video conferences. We set you up in a program that we individualize to you. We then also give you a caloric range if you need that. We oftentimes try to work people away from having caloric ranges and just have them eat in a healthy fashion and then make adjustments from there because that is a more individualized lifestyle. It's not really a lifestyle if you have to constantly input stuff into a phone. So I am going to say hi to everybody. We have Martina. What's up? How the fuck are you? I hope your Christmas was amazing and New Year's going to be even better. Felipa, how are you? Mr. Clean, my, my Halloween costume this year, I think. Eliza, how are you? This is me, by the way. This is where you can get uh, their No Morbidity. Again, short of the AmbrosiaCollective.com, along with a few other things. I cannot wait for Product 2. Product 2 is likely happening in March or the beginning of April. We had to push it back a little bit just for again trademark and proper testing and everything like that. So I've been testing it myself. Fucking phenomenal. The ingredients have helped me deal with all the sugar that's around at my parents' place to a great degree. Angel, how are you? Heidi, how are you? Hannah, what's going on? Love catching lives. That's cool. Very cool. Thank you. Mallory, how the fuck are you doing? Annie, what's going on? Jessica, what's going on? Amelia, what's going on? Lacey, how the fuck are you? Um, I don't know why. I've had a little bit of coffee today. I'm just going to warn everybody right now. Just think, you guys get to see the insanity now, but Crystal's got to deal with it all day long, all fucking day. I grew up in Alaska long before living off grid was being cool. I don't want to do it because it's cool. I want to do it because I want to be left the fuck alone. But off grid in Alaska is a whole other animal. You are a fucking savage. Just straight up, you're a fucking savage. Can't wait for product two. Me either. Me either, motherfuckers. I can't wait. I can't wait to even be able to tell you the name of it, but we got to wait for fucking trademark. And the ingredients are just amazing. Just absolutely fucking amazing. Going to be it's going to, that product plus no morbidity is going to fucking change the lives of many, 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 many fucking people. And then once they go from super morbidly obese just to down to like overweight, and we add Ember to the mix, it will fucking it's amazing, absolutely fucking amazing. How are you doing today? It's all freaking horrible. Feederism, disgusting, and absolute abuse. It truly is. Jessica, I just said hi to you. How the fuck are you doing? Special star. Hey y'all. What's up, y'all? How you mom and them? If you're not from the South, you might not know what that means. Candid by Denise, how are you? 62 watch day lights. They'll get there. They'll get there. It's been a while since Cal Live. Yeah, where the fuck you been, Kenesha? The fuck? Send a letter to your mama. Diane, how are you doing? Bald lives matter. Nitros. Yes, bald lives matter. Fuck yeah. Janet, how are you doing? Traumatizing and bald phobic. It really is the trauma. The trauma. You need to work on your inner bald phobia. You people, like unless you're getting counseling to deal with your bald phobia, so I can feel better about being bald. You are a horrible person and you're bald phobic, and society should shun you. That's how stupid that shit fucking sounds. Like people saying you should work on your internalized fat phobia. That's how stupid you fucking sound. You fucking losers. Anyway, MyFitnessPal. We have people on our app. You can track right on our app. Just send us a message if you're on our app, and we can set that up for you. And to me, MyFitnessPal, everything like that, those are all temporary things. You should be asking yourself. You should be quizzing yourself as you put stuff in. You should be quizzing yourself to make sure you know the information. So instead of always having to look up what like 10 ounces of steak is, you can know in your head, and then you can slowly become the calculator. That's the important thing. Let's see here. Lacey, how are you? Lady Hawk, how are you? Christy, what's going on? Kite Blaze. Interesting. Um, I saw someone with hair down to their ankles. Why does she hate bald people? It is horrible. It is horrible. If you grow your hair, why do you hate bald people? Growing your hair is in fact bald phobic. Bald lives matter. Miss Boss, what's going on? Steak and eggs is the best meal ever invented. Steak and eggs is out fucking standing. I love it very, very much. I almost just broke my parents' chair. They would have been very pissed at me. It's worse because you cannot not be bald. Well, you can get one of those stupid ass toupees, or you can do the fucking loop around thing and look like a fucking idiot. Gentlemen and ladies out there, if you're going bald, shave that shit. Just fucking shave that shit. There's no sense in being self-conscious about it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm lucky I can easily say that because there are some people that their heads are not like you look like you from the movie Coneheads, and I feel bad for you. But just accept that you look like an alien from the movie Coneheads, and you'll be fine. I'm in that kind of mood. It's not great. Um, okay, thank you. Used to measure at first, so I know what it looks like. That's a perfect way to do it. You should measure first. Like even if you weigh your food, try to take a guess at how much it's going to weigh it, and then in your mind get the difference. Hold it in your hand again or whatever. Weigh it again to make sure you know. Reinforce it, and then teach yourself the weights too. That's super, super, super important. But right now, we're going to get to this crazy, crazy ass video. And this was sent to me by Tiffany, Tiffany Gray. She is on YouTube. She appears fairly often. I talk to her and that Lindsay with an A fairly often. They're from the girl world, meaning like they follow Amberlyn Reed and all them fairly regularly. They let me know what's going on with us because I cannot stomach watching Amberlyn Reed pretty much at all. I can't. It's painful to me. But let's see if I can do this real quick. I want to make sure we can see. Yeah, I want to be able to see the comments because the comments are what we'll go to after we fucking. Uh, it's so bad. It's so bad. So I don't know if we can play the music from here. Give me a second. No, I can't. I can't play the music, otherwise we'll get a community strike. So what we're gonna do is just watch this girl and what she says. Were you ever a feedie? And she says yes. So you got fat on purpose? She says yes. Because a man wanted you to? Yes. Is this a real thing? Yes, unfortunately it is. Sounds toxic. Did it ruin your relationship with food? Yes. Did it happen more than once? Yes. And we're gonna, and she has multiple other videos. Again, I think that this woman is helping bring awareness to a very serious topic. So nobody should ever give like, and I mean this, nobody should ever give anybody that I speak about any kind of hate. Most of the fat acceptance people that I speak about hate themselves already, so we shouldn't. But I'm still going to blame the rise in feederism on fat acceptance because the more we accept that type of fucking like as a norm behavior, the more we get shit like this. But I'm going to say this real quick, right? If you're in a relationship, male, female, heterosexual, homosexual, or whatever sexual you fucking do, if that person encourages you to do unhealthy things for their own pleasure, like if they like watching you eat copious amounts of food, or they want to see you get unhealthily, they want to see you unhealthily gain weight, or they want to in some way like have you do something to your body that could have long-term deleterious effects. Um, that's abuse, and you should get the fuck away from that person. All the way to, we need to realize that if you do that to yourself, if you are force feeding yourself due to whatever mental illness you have or eating disorder you have, which we should very much start seeing eating disorders as a form of mental illness. Like we should very much recognize this in our society. We should recognize that that is in fact abuse. It's self-abusive to glutton yourself to a state of blimp shape, and it is very abusive to then in fact deny it. It is an abusive relationship you have with yourself. You should definitely not be in an abusive relationship with a person or yourself. You should try to love yourself as much as possible to be as healthy as possible as you can. That goes all the way to the fact that you should not over restrict either, because that's kind of abusive also. I want everybody to understand where I'm coming from with this. For those of you that are new, I don't give a shit if you have six-pack abs. I don't. I couldn't fucking care less. Especially if you're a woman. Oftentimes, six-pack abs on a woman is a sign of ill health because that is kind of unless you're genetically predisposed or you watch your nutrition very, very carefully. Oftentimes, six-pack abs on a woman is a sign of too low of a body fat percentage for your sex because there are, in fact, even though society tries to deny it, differences in the sexes between male and female. There are absolute differences and how your body should function, operate for your long-term health. And that's what I worry about is long-term health. I don't worry about performance. I don't worry about looks. I worry about your long-term health because, frankly, even though I started this channel as kind of like a fitness roasting, fitness advice type channel, I am much more about long-term health and longevity and that type of fitness than I am anything else now. And I pride myself in this. And it is unhealthy to be too skinny. It is unhealthy to allow fitness to consume every aspect of your life. It is also unhealthy to allow yourself or other people to convince you to eat to a state where you are going to get fat. Because being obese is, in fact, 100% of the time both your choice and bad for you. So for other people, for some people, is it much harder to not be obese? Of course. Some people have slower metabolisms than other people. That does not mean you just get fat. That means it just happens to suck that for you, it is harder. Some of us have to wear hats in the sun so we don't fucking burn our heads. It sucks for us, but in fact, it's just reality. You know, I mean, Again, bald lives matter. But I just really, 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 really wish that most people could understand that when we as a society, when we placate mental illness to the stage where we openly have people on mainstream media, social media, and everything like that say that you can't say I'm unhealthy at 300 pounds, and it is not immediately laughed at. And the person who said it sat down and explained why gravity fucking exists, why their heart is pissed at them, why their lungs are pissed at them, why their liver and pancreas are pissed at them, and why it is bad for them and their family and society and our healthcare system and the environment. When we openly ignore these types of statements and, in fact, even push them as it's all healthy, and we pretend that being obese is just another state of being and people live in larger bodies instead of people glutton themselves to fatness and ill health, it leads to ridiculous shit like people saying, the comment section here is just out and out fucking insanity. I can't even believe it's a real thing. I'm just gonna. I'm so. Boop, boop, boop. I'm so fucking. I think it's so fucking insane. We got this person right here. I gotta raise. I gotta make it bigger. Sorry about this, but we're gonna do this. Boom. Okay. So here I am down at the corner. Hello. But this person, I got really lucky with my ex, who was a feeder kink. He didn't force me. He didn't force it on me or his wife. He just would buy us nice meals and watch us eat them. I guess it's like a poly relationship. I don't know. You do you, boo. But as long as everybody's consenting adults, I don't give a fuck. But what you're describing is an abusive person. He knows it's bad for you. Like, it's a form of control. Any dude out there, if you want to feed a woman or starve a woman or anything a woman to a state where it's going to affect their long-term health, you're a piece of shit, abusive bitch who needs to respect women. And I'm not going to say what I wanted to say because I could likely get kicked off the internet in today's world. But uh, real men should step up to that and if like if you know a woman in your life, niece, sister, daughter, friend, and their boyfriend or significant other is force feeding them and they're gaining weight to an unhealthy degree, sit old boy down or old boy or old girl or whoever, what the fuck ever, I don't give a fuck, and have a discussion with them that you might beat the brakes off of them if they continue, and have a discussion with your family member or friend that they're being abused. It's out and out abuse. Us pretending that being fat as fuck is not unhealthy for you leads to more abuse of this fashion. When people don't realize, when they want to ignore the fact that being fat as fuck is indeed bad for you, therefore abusers who try to fatten their fucking significant other or the person they're dating for their own pleasure, that's bad for you. That's abuse. That's physical, mental abuse. It should not be tolerated by society, and real men should stand the fuck up and not allow that shit to fucking happen. The comments section here is crazy. I unfortunately lost my feedy weight. I've unfortunately never lost my feedy weight. I didn't realize what was happening until it was too late. Now I'm getting a gastric sleeve. Apparently, this is a common thing. I thought it was very rare. This experience literally made my ED so much worse. I'm all for quinks. Quinks? But I think that some of them are dangerous enough that they should stay only in the fictional ideas. This is 100% one of them. My boyfriend definitely had this. I cried about how much I hate my body, and wanted to go to the gym with him because I'm shy and anxious, but don't go alone. And he, what did he do? I don't know. I can't keep track. As someone in the feedy side of the community, I'm so sorry you were forced into that. It should never be imposed on you like that. It should never be done. Why do you want to like? If you do it to yourself, if you willingly say, "Yeah, I want somebody uh, to fucking force me to eat or anything like that," like you're abusing yourself. It's fucking insanity. This is mental illness on parade. All these comments. I was unfortunately a feedie. He would guilt trip me about not eating his cooking and tempting me with junk food when he knew I was trying to lose weight. That's abusive. That is out and out abuse, and he's a piece of shit human being. I personally like to fucking have a long discussion that wouldn't involve any words with him. Let's see. It's weird both ends where I was supposed to be super skinny. Then when someone else it was to weigh as much as he could make me be. Food and I not okay. Like these people just it's ridiculous. I had no idea that this was so prevalent. I dated a guy who did the opposite to me, but the same to the girl he saw every other night when I wasn't there. He'd eat with her and starve me. He's an abusive piece of shit. Um, it, in many ways, it sounds like he's an abusive piece of shit. I'm sorry you went through that. I'm so sorry you have to deal with people defending it on the internet constantly. It's exhausting. Who fucking defends this shit? Like who? Like we're defending abuse. We're defend like I know it's not vogue. Like it's not the in vogue thing to do, but men need to start protecting women. What the fuck's wrong with you, pussy ass bitches? Like your fucking fathers should be ashamed of themselves. You know, like absolutely fucking ashamed of themselves. It's disgusting. As someone who has this, never force. Say you'll buy the food and say you'll enjoy it just like any other kink. But if they say no, then drop it. You're fucking gross, bitch. I mean, you're a gross motherfucker. For real. Your content keeps appearing in my FYP. I have the opposite issue with my love life, but I love your awareness. Like, so you have somebody trying to starve you? That's abuse too. What the fuck? It's so fucking ridiculous. She didn't lose the weight in a healthy way, unfortunately, which is sad also. Love that you speak out about this. It's a huge thing, and I feel like there's no support anywhere for the girls who are victims. I did not realize this was a huge thing, but it should be spoken about. But again, I'm going to point to the fact that since we don't, society tries to paint obesity as not a problem. This tends to not get to be seen as a problem. Like this is one of those things where the fat acceptance community is hurting women in another way because they hurt women all the fucking time. They hurt women by making them think that it's okay to be 350 fucking pounds, that you're perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with you, and you can be healthy with that because that is an absolute abject fucking lie. A woman that weighs 250 pounds is normally already in very serious jeopardy, yet alone a woman that weighs 300 pounds. Most women should never, like, I mean, it's a genetic anomaly that a woman weigh 200 pounds plus, like literally genetic anomaly, and be healthy is what I'm saying. Like waist to height ratio wise, everything like that. Like, I'll even say, like, because I'm a big advocate, I'll even fuck BMI. Like, if you guys don't want to do BMI, let's do waist to height ratio because it's even more predictive. And waist to height ratio, you're not going to be 200 pounds and have a healthy waist to height ratio. It's just not. As a woman, you need to be very fucking tall for that to happen and still have fucking ridiculous genetics. Um, I'm glad things are better now. I have so many issues with food and control. How did TikTok know I was thinking about this literally 10 minutes ago? Because they're fucking crazy shit. Uh, oh, shit. Boom. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate your. If you're not following Dr. Rollergator on TikTok or excuse me on Twitter, please do. One of the most entertaining fucking and entertaining and insightfully knowledgeable accounts I follow. Love your fucking shit, dude. Love it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the gift. No shit. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. I hope we get to do some stuff here in the future together. I would love that. I have so many questions, including how does the kink and recovery from it, devolve into fat phobia? Because I can sense the intersections. This is this one right here. This comment right here. I have so many questions, including how does the kink and recovery from it, devolve into fat phobia? Because I can sense the intersections. Fat phobia is a defense mechanism from people addicted to food and those that now, in my mind, want to abuse people into obesity. It doesn't devolve into anything. You should be worried about this woman being abused, you fucking full-on bitch. This woman is just describing to you how she was in fact abused by somebody who did something extremely unhealthy to her mentally and physically, and you're worried about it hurting your fucking fifis because it implies that being fat is bad. Because being fat is indeed bad. These types of comments, that's what I'm talking about right there. That comment is what I'm talking about right there. In that people do not seem to fucking grasp how unfucking healthy this is. It's insanity to me. It's totally full on crazy that people do not see how ridiculously unhealthy this is. I can't even get over it. It's just not. It's not. It's so ridiculous. Um, Thank you. Love your lives. Your wisdom has helped me improve my life. Thank you very much, little monster. I appreciate you very, very much. I misread at first. I thought Feedy was like a nickname for federal inmates. Then the story took an unexpected turn. I'm so confused. I almost became a Feedy. So glad I didn't because my relationship with food is already horrible. I definitely developed an ED because of my ex. I'm very sorry to hear that. Currently recovering from a feederism relationship and feel so seen. Who are these men? Who are these people? Who are these people abusing women like this? And again, I'm going to point out that the concept that there's nothing wrong with being obese is in fact a huge issue with the rise in this. It's a huge issue. When you don't view being obese as anything wrong, you then don't see like it seems like, oh, I just want to love on the person, blah blah blah. Fuck that shit. This is abuse, mentally and physically. I understand why it would cause. I understand why it would cause so much damage, but to villainize an entire kink and call it overall wrong and immoral when it can be no. Fuck you, fuck you. It is wrong. It is wrong to feed people to the point of morbid obesity. To feed them more than what they need is first of all just fucking privileged and fucking disgusting in that right. But secondly, that is abuse. See it as abuse. These women are being abused. Abuse. And here's the thing: if the woman is an active participant, say they want the person to force feed them, basically, there's fucking mental issues there because you are actually hurting yourself. It is wrong. It is bad for you. We as a society need to start seeing that obesity is in fact bad for people because if not, it opens the doorway to this crazy shit. This woman's abused. Like, when are real men going to stand up? I would fucking again, I gotta watch what I say because I'm on social media. I'm seriously interested in how that manifested psychologically. Me too. Ugh, I talked to a guy and I talked to a guy into this one time, and I'm so glad my family ended up finding out I was dating him. I was underage and cut it off. Good for your family. Good for your family. I went from 180 to 300 because my ex, and then I went down to 160 when we broke up, and now I'm at 200 and hate food so much I don't know, I don't even know how I'm gaining it back. I wish I could reach out to that person and help them. No shit. I really wish I could reach out to that person and help them. This happened to me as someone who is struggling to gain weight and eat enough. Why'd I think a slight bit of this on me would bring me to a healthy weight? No, it would not. It's an unhealthy thing to have somebody force feed you. It is abuse. You are giving your. It's so bad to even think that this would help you. Yes, being underweight is very, very, very bad for you too. However, we don't have an epidemic of being underweight. We have an absolute epidemic of fat people and us trying to like the thing is being overweight, people acknowledge it's unhealthy. But right now we're trying to pretend that being fat as fuck is fine when it's not, and it's causes shit like this. It's insane. It's insane. I still can't get the weight off. We can help you. If you're watching this, we can help you. Again, we can help you. Our coaching, links above. No morbidity, back in stock at the Ambrosia Collective. Use code capital M, capital F, ING, capital C, capital O, capital O. Helping thousands of people right now. We had somebody send me something that they got off of both Contrave and Ozempic, saving them $500 a month, and they've lost more weight off of that shit with no morbidity than on that shit. $500 a month was their fucking copays. $40 a month saves them $460 fucking dollars a month, not to mention the food bill it's saving them, which they said is somewhere around a couple $100. We're saving this person $500+ a month, plus they're losing more weight than what they were on prescription medications. Go team, go. Let's see. I would love the storyline. It's not too comfortable. You're not alone. I was a teenager. He was pressuring me to get fat, and I was clueless. A lot of times, they want you to get fat enough where they think that you won't be able to be. They want you to get fat enough, from what I read, so you're not appealing to other men. They want to own you, basically. Own you. Own you. TikTok really made me realize that my friend tried to push me into this kind of thing under the guise of helping me with my ED. That's disgusting. It's abuse. Look at these things. It's not a toxic thing. It is a fucking toxic thing. That is ridiculous. That is to say it's not toxic to fucking feed somebody into ill health, because it's, again, I'm going to point out, especially on TikTok, they don't view being fat as unhealthy. They've been brainwashed into thinking that gravity doesn't exist and your heart somehow can take an extra 150 fucking pounds of body. It's stupidity. It's mental illness, and these people who have the mental illness of thinking that you can be fat as fuck, because it's mental illness. It takes a complete break from reality to think that you can be 300 pounds as a woman and be healthy. It takes a complete suspension of reality, your actual living, your daily living. Like these people walk, and you can tell they're not healthy. It takes a break from reality for them to think that they are healthy. To think it's not toxic, that's the problem. That's the problem we're in right now. Fat acceptance is helping cause women be abused by feeders. Feederism, women and men. It happens to men too, I'm sure. My ex made me do this. My worst nightmare. My boyfriend is kind of like this, but I don't think it's a feeder kink. I think I'm one of his athletes, and he enjoys feeding me, well, like I'm a prized horse. What? Fucking what? Somebody reach out to Alexandra Rosa Flores and offer her some fucking help. That she just fucking like. I shouldn't be laughing. It's horrible. But my boyfriend is kind of like that. Is kind of like this, but I don't think it's a feeder quink. I'm one of his athletes, and he enjoys feeding me well, like I'm some prize horse. This motherfucker has you so dehumanized that you are equating yourself to a fucking animal, and you're smiling and laughing about it. Yeah, not that's not mentally abusive at all. And you are an athlete. He is your coach. You're not one of his athletes. You are one of like, oh, 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 oh. That almost gave me a headache. I dated a guy into feeder stuff, but I lucked out because we were online. I'm so sorry for you. Had to deal with that. What the fuck? Oh, just so much. Yes, as a former plus size swerve, I don't even know what the fuck they say. Why do they like it? I'm curious. Is it you enjoying food? No, oftentimes what I've read is that like they feed you person till they're almost sick. It's gross. I was a victim of this. Thank you for calling yourself a victim, because that's what it is. It's a victim of abuse. I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay, okay. I can't read any more comments. I'm gonna do some Q&A because that's just fucking fucked up. Wow, 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 wow. That's fucking crazy ass shit. We're gonna scroll up here a little bit. I'm gonna get to some comments, and then we'll go from there. These people want to control the person. That's my point. It's a form of controlling abuse. I'm going to control. It's because it's not just controlling their food; it is controlling their health. Like you are controlling their, and not only the controlling their health, you're controlling their long-term health. Like if you feed, if a person, if here's the thing, if you start dating somebody and if like if you buy all the food, everything like that, if you are buying all the food, cooking all the food, doing whatever, and that person starts gaining tremendous amounts of weight, and they ask to they like if you see it and you don't change how you're feeding them, like Krista would never feed me, like it would never feed me to the point where I got fat. I did that to myself, and then she stepped in. Like, but these fucking people, like that's fucking abuse. It's just abuse. It's just abuse. It really is. Uh, Wasn't there a Family Guy episode made of this kink? Probably. There's a Family Guy episode predicting almost everything in the future. Women do it to men too. I believe that, especially because they're trying to push like the whole uh, thick guy thing. Fuck that. I mean, first of all, the thick guy thing is like they're talking about like the lumberjack looking guys, not the fucking fat ass fucking Homer Simpson looking guys. But anyway, that's a whole other video. We'll get to that at some point in time. It sounds like the feeder is an abuser. What is wrong with people? That's exactly what it is. It's abuse. Whoop. I saw someone on TikTok say that they had to stop Ozempic because they had no appetite and developed a full-fledged eating disorder. I don't buy it. Right? Like, I mean, the thing is, if just because you have no appetite doesn't mean you don't eat. Like, I mean, it helps control the appetite. I will say this, from what I understand, it makes people very fucking nauseous. Like, it's super, super, super fucking nauseous. And then people like TikTok is the home of I developed an eating disorder. Every little thing gave me an eating disorder. The fat acceptance community like likes to portray any type of weight loss as an eating disorder, like at this stage. Fucking crazy. So, and I'm not sticking up for Ozempic. I think it's not a medication we should be using. Can't wait to get my ambrosia stuff. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Is feederism a relatively new thing? I've only heard about it. It's not new, but it's definitely like flourishing from what I understand from the research I did real quickly this morning based off of that video. It's like a big fucking thing. People are doing it all the fucking time. It's insane. Let's see, Leona. I think it's just coming to light more and more. I used to think it was incredibly rare, but I think it's just way more hush hush before. It's just out in the open now. I think a lot more. Um, let's see, horseplay, Taylor. Jeez. I used to feed myself like a prized cow. I hope you recovered from that shit. Um, That's the dumbest thing I heard all year. It is the dumbest thing I've heard all year. Like that was a crazy ass statement. We are on the wrong side of the internet today. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I spend a lot of time on the wrong side of the internet, unfortunately. I want to point out though, they just block me. For some reason, like the fat acceptance people, they just block me. I think it puts a pretty good roadmap out to how we can cure this shit. Because they can call me whatever the fuck they want. My actions, my words, everything I do show. Like I've been called a racist for fucking years. The first time somebody called me a racist, I was like, well, for what now? And it was because fat bodies, blah blah blah, which is inherently racist by implying that all fat women are black, or all black women are fat. That's just super fucking inherently racist anyway. But and people have no critical thinking skills. And one thing I pride myself, I'm not the smartest. I study pretty hard. I read a lot of studies, read a lot of data. But one of the things I can say is that my critical thinking engine is pretty fucking strong. I'm very hard to argue with. So they just block me because if I've literally watched people like Tess Holiday fucking make videos to other people's comments backs and all like that, and I've fucking openly fucking called her out everywhere. She just blocks me immediately because she knows she cannot actually have debate about this shit. She knows she can't actually answer back to anything I fucking say. So, and many of them do that too. They can hurl names at me, but they can't actually fucking like talk with me. That's why all the time, like I'm live 7 days a fucking week. People know who the fuck I am. Yeah, the channel's not that popular anymore because YouTube's got me fucking hidden. But they know who the fuck I am. They know what the fuck I say. They do not fucking come here. They do not try to fuck with it because they know they can't. Because even if like all the other data fucking doesn't exist, I can throw something up in the air and as it falls, gravity exists. I can throw something heavier up in the air and it hits the ground harder because of fucking gravity and the mass of the fucking object. And guess what? I've just proved that being fat as fuck is bad for you. Not to mention that, like the whole, I mean, the whole, there's you have a heart that has to pump blood to an enormous amount of body, all that shit. But we are definitely on, like, I'm on the wrong side of the internet a lot. They just ignore me. Is the sport of competitive eating is fucked up. It is absolutely fucked up. It's not a sport. It's a sideshow attraction. It's not a fucking sport. I mean, at all. Like that, I refuse to call that a sport. Refuse. It's a fucking sideshow attraction of fucking gluttony. It's not a sport. I'll argue that with anybody. Just because it's on ESPN doesn't mean it's a sport. There's a lot of stupid fucking bullshit on ESPN. Let's see. It's a mental thing that if they just keep feeding them, they'll get fatter and they won't leave. I agree with that. I think that's a huge portion of it. I had no clue this type of thing was prevalent. It's extremely scary and sickening. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Gene in Life by Jen. Any he absolutely helped feed her to death. He absolutely helped feed her to death. 100%. He's 100%. I'd say it to his face. And if he said anything back, he wouldn't say anything else for a while. Let's see here. Going down. The current climate has really blurred the line between kinks and depravity. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Um, the internet simply makes the world smaller. People get braver, and as their tribes get larger, this is why we see more feeders. That's such a good point, Rick Slick. Very fucking good point. What is pro Anna? What is pro Anna banned, but this is allowed online? That's a very good question. It is amazing to me how, like, like if you line shit up, I would love to see, like, Eugenia Cooney get as much mainstream media push as Tess Holiday, because they're just two sides of the same coin. It's death by food. One person is restricting, the other person is gluttoning. You know. Let's see here. You can't fully get on board with fat acceptance without putting your fingers in your ears and going la la. I completely agree with that, Annie. 100%, 100%, 100%. So start asking questions too. If you want to ask any questions about anything else, we can have the Q&A thing. I'm just responding back to people in the comments here, and we're at the end. So feeders would need therapy too. If here's the thing, if you're this is like saying like men that hit women need therapy. Men that hit women need a very strong fucking ass kicking, like very fucking strong. They missed a fucking ass beating somewhere along the line. They missed a father or a brother or a cousin or a best friend beating the fucking dog shit out of them when they raised their hand to a woman. That's what's fucking needed. And then if they do it again, it needs to be worse. And then if they do it one more time, worse again. They don't. People that abuse other people, go to therapy on your own. But society should start handling this shit. Very fucking, very fucking realistic. Same thing when people abuse children. They don't need therapy. They need a wood chipper. Like the people on Josiane Maxwell's list, they don't need therapy. They don't need jail. They need a fucking wood chipper. And if that upsets you, unfucking subscribe. What are you gonna do? Fucking. I mean, I'm sorry, but I have this thing where when people abuse other people, that maybe we should hold them fucking accountable for it. To very extreme degrees to send a message. I'm sure if people that abuse children in that way, if we all of a sudden started like fucking taking care of them permanently, other people would somehow manage to control their fucking urges. You know. Instead, society's trying to make it seem like it's just a fucking preference. To me, it's a preference of walking into a fucking running wood chipper. Anyway, because they all talk all day about mental illness, but never any of them realize it because it's offensive. Exactly. Um, just had to share 80 pounds down in 2022. Also trained for my first 10K. I can't imagine being overweight again. It is no way to live your life. Sarah, you are a fucking hero. Great goddamn job. I am super fucking proud of you. You should be super fucking proud of yourself. You set an example for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for society. You should be super proud of yourself. And people and society needs way more people like you. Great fucking job. Is it possible if you speak is it possible if you speak less about the politics? No, I'll speak whatever about whatever the fuck I want about. Honestly, you can feel it's possible you can feel free not to watch, but I'm gonna speak about whatever the fuck I want to speak about. That's why I changed the name of the channel to Alan Roberts instead of Everyday Day Fitness. And this is a legit question. I'm not mad at Fifi here, um, or Fee. I don't know, but I'm not mad at you. But no, it's not. I'm not saying every day is gonna be about politics, but I can certainly say I'm gonna talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. I'm not some bitch that's trying to fucking just milk the fucking views and the followers and the shit like that. I'm gonna talk about whatever I need to fucking talk about. You know, at all. And to a great degree, we're at the realm now where my fucking wheelhouse, which is helping people get to healthy weights, is in fact affecting politics. It's affecting public health. Public health is very political nowadays, so therefore I have no choice but to talk about it. So, I mean, we could talk about like calories and shit like that for the billionth time, or we could talk about how us making it seem like woke fucking ideology is making it seem like you can be indeed fat as fuck, and Lizzo is somehow a role model for anything but ho hos and cupcakes. You know, we could do that, but that's somebody else's channel. I'm gonna fucking talk about real shit. So no, it's not. You can feel free to fuck off though. When is product two releasing? Mark and Sean just told me they think it's somewhere around middle of March, if not the beginning of April. So the beginning of Q2, like right at the end of Q1 or the beginning of Q2. And the reason being is we have other people interested in morbidity right now too. So we need to focus. We have some other Vitamin Shop picked it up. We have other places possibly picking it up, other large places picking it up, which is awesome. Let's see here. All of your regulars are still going to call it product two even after its official release. I know. I said something very similar to Mark that way. The wood chipper would be working overtime. Fucking buy an industrial strength motherfucker. I'll fucking run it. Let's see. Fat acceptance will give big pharma profits. Pro Anna, no meds to sell for cure. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, Alan. But that's deemed illegal. Unfortunately, however bad they would need it. I completely agree with you on this. Thank you very much. Don't apologize for your strong moral compass because it is awesomeness. Thank you very much, Christy. I appreciate it. I'm just not going to shy away from saying shit. I mean, we've had fuck no. So, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Abusers and controllers need to go to prison. I agree. No worse torture for someone like that as long as they lose all freedom. I don't know. Abusers. If you abuse children in a deviant way like that, you should fucking. Why do we keep you around? We should just end your existence. We should remove you from society permanently. Even Life by Jen's mom was a feeder. That's fucking horrible. That woman had no chance. I agree on the wood chipper. Also, any scumbag who abuses animals, I would fucking agree with that shit too. Uh, yeah, it should be unanimous. I agree. I don't know how it's political. I mean, the person obviously has a fucking leaning, so fuck that person. Maybe they need to take a walk into it. It's not political. It's not. It's great how you speak your mind. It's refreshing. Thank you very much. I just think it's kind of private to talk about. I don't give a fuck what you think. You're a hoe. Um, frankly. Talks. I feel the same way about my cat. Oh yeah, I mean, somebody hurt one of our cats. You better find a way to leave the fucking planet because I'm finding you. You know, society needs fat acceptance. I believe that. Reality acceptance. Hell yeah. We are wasting so much money keeping abusers alive in prison. It's also cruel and unusual for a person to have to, in some way, have a portion of their tax dollars, a portion of their income, support the person that abused them for the rest of their fucking life, give them good dental, food, a roof over their head. To me, that's abusive. It is uh, unbelievably abusive for people to have to somehow pay uh, their taxes going towards the healthcare, feeding, and housing of a person that uh, did something horrible to their child. Um, It just should not. It shouldn't. That's not justice to me. That's absolutely not justice. You know. But again, I'm a very, a huge problem with the world right now is that we don't drink from the polished skulls of our enemies anymore. I'm that kind of person. Oh, very, very, very well. I forgot the original name. Very well could be. Very well could be. They're a hoe though, no matter what. Um, yep, take them out of the gene pool. Why the fuck we have them? Why the fuck we have them? Right? Uh, let's see. People who overfeed animals are abusers as well. Trust me, I know we're trying. So we're not abusing our animals. She just fucking steals food from all the other fucking cats. We're working on it though. She's lost some weight. The people that just keep feeding their animals fucking crazy. Obese children is abuse. It is. It's child abuse. 100%. You are hurting that child, like systemically hurting them. You are altering their path of fucking existence, systemically. Oop. Let's see here. The pressure for fit guys to date overweight women is insane. It's not okay for men to have a preference, but women can say, "I need a man who's 6 foot plus," and that's fine. I've heard that before too. I mean, it's fucking. If women don't want to date you because of your height or your fucking whatever, find somebody else who fucking cares, you know. And when then they're like, "Oh, but you wouldn't want to date me because I'm fat." No, and you can call me whatever the fuck you want because I don't give a fuck about you because I don't want to fucking date you. You know, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, if Crystal hadn't like saved me from the rest of the population, I'd be fucking alone. I guarantee it because I don't not like I don't like too many other people. I love her every second of her, and I don't like too many other people. I don't know how I happen to be lucky enough to fucking happenstance across her, but and especially because the happenstance was I love who she is, which is a big thing for me because I'm not too fond of many other people, but also that she actually likes me. So I got very fucking lucky. I love you, baby. I had to unlearn years worth of unhealthy habits from my family. I hope to learn more about healthy decisions so I can teach my future children properly. No kids want to be overweight. It's abuse. Boom, Sarah. That's fucking outstanding. And that is half the battle right there. Good fucking job. Really good fucking job. Can you imagine feeling so entitled to come onto somebody's live and tell them what not to talk about? Oh, I know. It happens all the time, though. It happens all the time. It's because somewhere along the line, they just walked past a mirror, saw themselves fucking being 3 times the size they fucking should be, and fucking got upset. Or since I was actually, when the person asked me not to talk about it, I was talking about maybe we should, guide people that abuse children sexually to a wood chipper. Chances are they're fucking deleting everything on their fucking hard drive right now. Fucking sick ass bitch. What advice would you give to someone who drinks or snacks all their calories? All your calories? You drink and snack all your calories? I would suggest maybe you need to hydrate on 0 calorie beverages as much as humanly possible. So start with that. Try to get, if you're 250 pounds, which if that's your picture, you're probably 200 to 250 pounds at least. You should get 200 to 250 ounces of non-alcoholic fluid in you, preferably 0 calorie non-alcoholic fluid in you. It's not that hard to not drink calories. You may not like it, but frankly, my advice is, find other shit you like, maybe steak, vegetables, shit like that. Um, and if you're going to snack, I mean, my advice is going to be feed yourself healthy, whole foods and don't do that shit. I mean, sometimes it's just that easy. Brings back the memories of my parents would force feed me back in the day when I didn't want to eat. You know, my parents came from a generation when they were growing up, they were told to eat everything on their plate because their parents lived through the Great Depression. So food was scarce, so they were taught to eat everything. Now we have highly processed, highly accessible, calorically dense foods that are very nutritionally sparse. And that phrase that's carried on through generations is actually hurting people. I have a whole video about that. I'm turning off this live stream. Uh, Too much politics and bullying of other people. Well, you are a hoe, so please do turn it off. Um, Having a spouse that eats badly is hard, but since I've been listening to you and fixed my diet, my hubby has slowly followed suit. Thanks, Alan, for keeping me strong. That's awesome. Thank yourself. You're the one that did it. You just listened to some shit that resonated with me, and thank you very much. But you deserve all the credit for that. Just to make sure you know exactly how that is. Like I appreciate you thanking me, but you should thank yourself. And I thank you for setting such a good example to your family. You're the one that did that. and you should be very proud of yourself. And my deepest respect to you, and congratulations on making the change for yourself and your entire family, because that is fucking awesome. That is outstanding. That's the best gift you can give yourself and your family, is the gift of future health. That is amazing, amazing. My husband is the opposite of a feeder. If he's cooking while I'm at work, if he will actually weigh my food for me, I am lucky to have him help me reach my goals. That's awesome. That's good, good, good. I'm staying single and focusing on getting healthy. 2023 is going to be so awesome. I added swing dancing to my exercise regime. Swing dancing is fucking. I love watching it. We haven't done. We were going to take classes in it, and then we were just so busy. So, uh, do you count energy drinks and diet soda towards hydration? I do, but I don't suggest energy drinks or diet soda except for on a rare occasion. I occasionally will have a Monster just because I love it. I love the flavor of White Monster. I do not know why. White Monster and their peach is fucking tremendously tasty too, but I have them very, very, very rarely. I wouldn't suggest having them daily. And diet soda is like, I would consider that a sweet treat maybe at the end of the day. You know. Let's see. You Fifi Fi's Fifis. You heard Fi's Fifis. I probably did. It is. Um, I'll also leave a dislike. Thank you. I appreciate it. Engagement's engagement, you dumb fuck. You know what? Share it to a bunch of people that you think are going to hate me too. I would appreciate that, by the way. So it actually helps me. So please do spread this shit around. Like share it to all of your friends that have like fucking questionable hard drives, and say this guy thinks that all of us that enjoy that type of stuff with fucking children, all of us disgusting bitches who just think we should all take a walk into a wood chipper. Share it with all them too, because that does actually help engagement. Have them all leave dislikes because it's all engagement. Please do, you stupid hoe. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I thought you were leaving. Yeah, no shit. Um, anyway, imagine if you're not an athlete and working manual labor, shouldn't you? You shouldn't need energy drinks. I mean, nobody needs energy drinks. Let's just say that. But Peach Monster is amazing. It really is. It really is. But I have them very, very, very rarely because they're too good. Too good. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Monetize your haters. You got to cultivate the trolls. I've talked about this many times. If that's Sophia, think about that. I've got this person to make how many fucking accounts to follow just to fucking embarrass themselves every fucking day. Like, I mean, for 2 years now, you know, because I say that being fat is in fact bad for you, which is fucking completely true. Because I said that the pandemic virus was a cold virus. Guess what it is? Since I said facial decorations are stupid, they don't stop transmission, which they don't. And then I said I would never take an experimental therapy generated by historically corrupt companies and a historically corrupt industry that have liability protection to combat said cold. And I wouldn't. It's stupid, you know. Uh, let's see. Yes. And I'm going to say this one more time, VE. If you want to, before you make another comment, here it is. Say yes or no to whether you want to come on live with me with your camera on. If you say yes, I will give you the link and you can come on live right now. If you say no, that's the last comment you're going to make. And if you say anything else, it's the last comment you're going to make. Because now it's just to the point where it's fucking stupid. Now it's not trolling. Now it's just you embarrassing yourself. It doesn't fucking continue the conversation anymore. You can come on here and defend maps for all you fucking want. I don't know. I don't believe the same. I don't believe the same people that want to bring children to drag shows have questionable content on their heart. I do. I believe that too. I mean, what the fuck? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The woke mob is the only one defending child abusers. Yep. I wish people would realize they're in some sort of cult of fat acceptance. It's a death cult. Fat acceptance is a death cult. To ignore, like, it, replace fat with alcoholism. I mean, it's a death cult. It just is. I mean, both of them are bad for you. Both cause fucking very, very similar shit to the fucking liver. One, there's fatty liver disease and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. They're fucking they both. I mean, it's there's so many correlations. Like, I mean, I'm the fucked up thing is I'm not wrong, and people know it. I'm not. That's why they don't want to fucking talk to me. That's why they don't want to come debate about it. That's why they can't fucking debate about it. Gravity exists. Fucking being fat is bad for you. All these things every fucking day, all fucking day. Um, so many diseases like type 2 diabetes is 90% avoidable by lifestyle change. 90 fucking percent type 2 diabetes. We have probably 50 million people in America alone that are type 2 diabetic. 45 million of them could be avoided by lifestyle change. 45 fucking million. I mean, it's just insanity. It's just insanity. Oh, I told you, say yes or no. Now you're blocked. See, you can't like, you got to fucking follow instructions, you ho. I mean, that's the thing. You could have been a good little troll and followed the instructions, but now you're blocked. Sorry about that. They're PE, but you did. I mean, you obviously are too stupid to follow instructions too. So, no one is accusing a whole group of being in Hades. That's you making a connection. Exactly, exactly is. Okay. Hey, so listen. By the way, guys, this is we gotta make sure that if you are having a hard time getting back to your hard time getting back to your routine, if you need a little bit of accountability, it's 3 months for the price of two for our coaching, daily communication, weekly video conferences with myself and or Crystal. You get Crystal's live classes. You're in a hunger management support group. We set you up with a program individualized to yourself and the equipment you have at your house. You can do right on our app. You can also track all your food right on our app. So please do take us up on that offer. And if you are good, you just need something to help control your appetite, you can get our book Beyond Willpower, the hunger management method. The links are all over the place. But also, you can get No Morbidity at theambrosiacollective.com. Use the code capital M, capital F, ING, capital C, capital O at the link that I just shared, and you can get 1, 3, or 6 month portions of No Morbidity. It is helping thousands of people right now control their appetite and control their stress to the point where they're building healthier lifestyle skills with themselves. Make sure to hydrate really well. Some just generalized advice: an ounce of fluid per pound of an ounce of non-alcoholic fluid per pound of body mass every single day is what I highly suggest to everybody. It helps control your hunger, but it also hydrates you really, really well. It's good for your skin. It's good for your internal organs. It's good for helps with fat loss because your body has helps with the process of fat loss. All those things. Make sure you're getting about 30 minutes a day of stress relief, and make sure you have really, really, really good sleep. If you aren't focusing on stress relief, sleep, and hydration, those are the three basic things that you can fundamentally do right now. Hydration is something you can fundamentally change this very fucking second. This very fucking second. So I want to tell everybody again that I will likely be back tomorrow, and then we'll be back in Florida here tomorrow evening. I cannot fucking wait. Probably gonna do a few videos here in a little bit, but I hope all of you are having a just phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal fucking day. And any last questions? Any last questions going once? Any last questions going twice? I hope all of you have a great motherfucking day. God damn.